Hey Aquarius, welcome. This is your monthly shadow work reading. I'm doing a shadow work tarot journaling experience. Please keep in mind that this is not an individual reading, so if something doesn't resonate with you, please leave it for someone else. Also, in public interest, know that sometimes these readings come with triggers for various issues. I will do my best to warn as Spirit warns me. So grab yourself a piece of paper or a notebook and a pen or some crayons for all you like Aquarius, and let's get started. We're going to draw two of these shadow work prompt cards. They're journaling prompts that I have written down. Many of them correspond to a tarot card. That's not a prompt. That's a Zen moment. All right. Let's see what we've got today, Aquarius. Question 1. One more, please, Spirit. Thank you for guiding us with best and highest messages for Aquarius today. There we go. Okay, question 1. How do you break free from your limitations or illusions in your life? How do you identify these areas? This question corresponds to the devil. Number 15, 1 plus 5 is 6. One more time. How do you break free from your limitations or illusions in your life? How do you identify these areas? Second question. Describe your crisis mode. Have you been in crisis mode recently? For how long? Where do you see a need for balance in your reaction or approach? This card corresponds to the Tower. 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. Again, describe your crisis mode. Have you been in crisis mode recently? For how long? Where do you see a need for balance in your reaction or approach? So let's get into the tarot here and see what shadow trait that Spirit is bringing out for us today. Spirit, thank you for guiding us today. Thank you for showing us the best and highest messages. Messages for our highest good here. Okay, so for your shadow trait here, Aquarius, we have the 9 of Needles in reverse. We have the 7 of Potions in reverse. And we have the King of Needles in reverse here. What I'm seeing here is Aquarius refusing to deal with pain, pulling in that compartmentalization piece of yourself here, refusing to make decisions based on emotion, and in doing so, completely reversing your masculine ability here. We Aquarians are masculine signs. We're swords. We give the truth. We give information out. We are humanitarians. We give to people. And I'm seeing here a really toxic energy of either refusing to give that information and being afraid to make choices and refusing. I'm seeing a lot of refusing, like very resistant energy. There's a lot of resistance to being yourself emotionally, right? We're great at being ourselves out here. but being yourself in here can be more difficult. So let's go ahead and take a deeper look by looking at why. Why has Aquarius been holding on to this energy, Spirit? Ooh, okay. Right into my fingers. Okay, we have the Ace of Needles in reverse and the Six of Needles in reverse. Not getting started and not healing. And holding on to this for a long time for the fear of moving on from it. It's become a pattern for many of you here. Spirit, please reveal a hard truth here regarding this. The Fool. It's really easy to throw ourselves into new situations, isn't it? Throwing yourself into new situations without resolving old ones means you're just bringing your ghosts with you. Let's take a look at the practical application within this information here. Okay, we've got the Four of Candles, the King of Potions, Judgment in reverse, and the Nine of Candles in reverse. So our practical application here, the Four of Wands is like it's like a vehicle or a staging area, a place to come from, a thing in some conceptual way that allows us to do other things that we want to do, right? Like a home is where we have our family. A car gets us where we need to go. A food truck can be the base of our business. Four wheels, four walls, for the safety of the box, right? The thing the cats love. There's a space for your emotions here. You're compartmentalizing. And in so doing, refusing to feel the full burden here, to feel the full burden and to allow yourself to understand it. You're pushing it away. You're dropping the burden just as you're almost to see where your end point is. You're just before the hill here. You're cutting it off at the knees. And the reason for that is this fear of moving on, this fear of letting go and starting something new, because you already have pain. So why add to it, right? How to care for myself during shadow work. Again, I just want you to think back here to this question. Describe your crisis mode. Have you been in crisis mode recently? For how long? Where do you see a need for balance in your reaction or approach? How to care for yourself during this time of shadow work, Aquarius. Knight of Candles in reverse and the Nine of Presents in reverse. Go slow here. Carry your light with you. And carefully examine the packages. Examine the things that you've been given in your life. The Not the spiritual gifts, okay, but the actual gifts, things people have given you, things people have done for you. Are they, examine, have they done for you the extent of what you do for others? You have a hard time making choices here, Aquarius, that you think might possibly hurt other people. You find yourself at times, especially with emotions, being very closed off, having trouble being as direct as you normally are because emotions are involved, and emotions confuse Aquarians. We find them very difficult to deal with. So you need to examine here where you've been overgiving to situations, and look back at the presents you've been given and see how many times almost isn't. I tell my daughter this all the time, and this is especially when it's reversed. This is my card of almost isn't. I tell her, she says, I almost fell. Almost isn't. I almost got an A. Okay, almost isn't. If it is what it isn't what it isn't, right? So these things here where you got these packages were almost what you wanted, right? They were the off-brand shoes. They were the thing they picked up on the side of the road for you. Didn't even go to the thrift store. You know what I mean? The gifts that were lacking, and here you give pristine, you give honesty here. You have this vehicle for your emotion here. But you're not being fairly judged. You feel like you're not being fairly judged here, and you're being given burdens that shouldn't be yours. Well, here's the truth, Aquarius. You're taking it on, and you're bringing your ghosts with you. You're dragging dead bodies behind you here, and you're not letting go. So keep that in mind here. How do you break free from your limitations or illusions in your life? How do you identify these areas? Whoops. Don't need any more of those. So now we're going to pick 2 Zen moments here. Things to think on in a positive meditation. Woo, that's a lot of cards. Okay, here's one. No snowflake ever falls in the wrong place. Isn't that the truth? And we are like snowflakes. We are the most unique people in the zodiac. We're unique, smart, cunning, humanitarian, capable, very capable of love, just have difficulty sometimes with emotion. And yes, we're going to go ahead and just take this top one here. Nobody can bring you peace but yourself. Nobody can bring you peace but yourself here, Aquarius. I hope that you found this reading helpful. Please give me a like, share, subscribe as you feel led if this message spoke to you in any way. And I hope to see you on the next video. I've got some great stuff coming. Thank you. Be blessed.